warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Nufara Aliba binti Ahmad Nasir. We are from Group 3 will be present on the problem with the current campus bus services operating in UiTM Puncak Alam during the peak hours. Since the students are often waiting for a long time for the bus to pick them up, sometimes the total capacity can be overloaded. However, because of the current situation of COVID-19, with the SOP to maintain a physical distance or social distance, the bus cannot take a total capacity passengers, thus giving more problems to the users. Moreover, Bus Rapid KL is currently not operating on the campus, giving the students no choice to only ride the bus campus provides. Before COVID-19, Rapid KL buses can be one of the options for the students that can afford it, as many students prefer to use accessible bus services compared to charged services. Next, there is also no proper schedule for a student to refer. Therefore, the student needs to predict when the bus will come most of the time. From the previous study, they are focused on the student of UiTM Shah Alam, where this area is more developed than UiTM Puncak Alam. The study also discussed the outside bus services such as Rapid KL, which was still operating inside the campus. This is because in almost university campus in Malaysia, students must rely heavily on public transport because they are bound by university policies and regulations that prohibit students from owning private vehicles such as cars. Poor quality of the bus campus services will cause students to miss classes, waste precious time, and discourage them from riding the shuttle buses. Therefore, we come up with several research questions, which are: what are the main concerns of UiTM Puncak Alam students on the current bus services? Number 2, how does the problem affect them? 3, are students satisfied with the current SOP for the bus services? And lastly, how can the bus services can be improved? While for research objective, we target to achieve the students' satisfaction on using the bus campus services. Secondly, we target to solve the problem affected the student mentally and physically. And last but not least is to outline the improvement that the campus bus services can do.
Hi, my name is Noadira binti Shukri, and I will move on to the dependent and independent variable of this research. A dependent variable is a variable that is being measured or tested in research. Our study focus on how campus bus service quality affects student satisfaction, which the dependent variable is student satisfaction because it is what being measured. Student satisfaction can be measured through bus services such as unpleasant travel, safety issues, and unfriendly bus staff. While independent variable can be defined as treatment or intervention that can measure or manipulate causes that influence the situation. In this research, we are trying to find out the causes or other factors that involve student satisfaction while using campus bus service. In order to measure service quality of campus bus, we use circle method, which represent the discrepancy between a customer expectation for a service offering and the customer perception of the service received. This study identifies several service qualities that need to be measured, which includes reliability, assurance, tangibles, empathy, and responsiveness. Reliability refers to a company's ability to deliver on its promises accurately and consistently. This includes punctuality, waiting time, and the frequency of the campus bus services. High service reliability may increase the attractiveness of bus service to university students. Aside from that, assurance can be defined as employee knowledge and courtesy and their ability to inspire trust and confidence in the customer. A good bus driver shall assure the student, especially in terms of safety. Driving skills are crucial in determining one's ability to provide safety throughout the journey. If the driver is practicing a poor quality of driving, it will give a negative perception of the safety of the bus campus. Next, tangible are the appearance of physical facilities, equipment, personnel, and communication materials. The bus company provides tangibles such as street lights, accessibility of bus stop, and shelter provision at bus stops. While empathy is the act of caring for, considering, and best preparing consumers, so they feel like the guests of the company and are always welcome at any time and in any location. The more a company cares for its customer, the greater their understanding. Lastly, responsiveness is a willingness of a company to help customer by providing service. In this section, we will identify demeanor. Demeanor was also known as bus driver behavior. Driving over the speed limit and in dangerous circumstances will decrease campus bus service usage. Hence, the hypothesis we gain from this study is H1, campus bus service has a positive relationship with student satisfaction, while H0 is satisfaction has an impact on increasing the number of users.
Hi, I am Amira Rashid. For Chapter 3, there are 3 research methods that we use to complete this research. The first method is sampling technique and sample size. The student that participate in the sampling technique is the UiTM Puncak Alam student that currently stay on the campus, as they will be the primary use of the campus bus service. The survey was conducted on sample of students across UiTM Puncak Alam, including Alam Bina student. All students, regardless of their part, will participate in the survey. Therefore, there will be a convenient sample of 50 subjects in total. Next, research instrument. As mentioned in the previous session, a survey form or questionnaire is used to collect the sample respondent data. The instrument is divided into 2 sections, which is Section A and Section B. The last one is research question and hypothesis. The research question attempt for this study is what is the level of student satisfaction towards the campus bus service quality. Next is data collection. The quantitative method can be defined as collecting, measuring, and evaluate correct insight for research. As a researcher, we want to use data on factor and barrier accurately through questionnaire and administrate via online platforms such as Google Form. Section A goal is to collect demographic information such as age, gender, and educational background. This information could help us to interpret the result. Section B seeks to ascertain user knowledge and perspective on the quality of campus bus service at UiTM Puncak Alam.
Hi, I am Muhammad Rizwan, and now I will continue our presentation on the result from the survey that has been conducted. We will be focusing on descriptive analysis for categorical data and continuous variables. For the categorical data, we have been administered a total of 50 UiTM Puncak Alam students staying on the campus to answer the questionnaire. As we can see from the pie chart, 92% of 46 students that answered the questionnaire are aged between 18 to 28. Meanwhile, 8% of students aged between 28 to 38 are postgraduate students that currently stay on the campus. Next, this pie chart shows the category for the student gender. There are more female students answering the questionnaire compared to male students, with 34 or 68% and 16 or 32% respectively. Among the factors more female students answer the questionnaire is because there are simply more female students on campus. Finally, females seem more likely to use the bus services compared to males because their college is farther compared to males. For the categorical data, the majority of students that answer the questionnaire are from the Faculty of Business and Management with total of 34 students or 68%. This is because it is one of the faculty that has the largest number of students on campus. There are also students from a different faculty such as Pharmacy with 3 or 6%, Accountancy and Art and Design that have one student answering with 2%, and Architecture and Planning and Surveying with 8 or 16%, and finally Hotel and Tourism Management with 3 or 6%. The opinion from a different student from a different faculty is important as there are differences in terms of location and schedule for each faculty. Before we move on to the result from the questionnaire, this table illustrates the satisfaction level and measure scale of the statement for a better understanding. The mean score in this table indicated a high degree of satisfaction ranging between 3.75 and 5, followed by an average of 2.5 to 3.74. On the other hand, mean score on the below average scale ranged from 1.24 to 2.49. Anything less than mean of 1.25 is referred to as low degree of satisfaction. So, from the survey, the mean for the overall student satisfaction, which is 3.78, it is only 0.03, slightly above a high degree of satisfaction. To get the student overall satisfaction mean, we calculate the cumulative mean by collecting all the mean from the questionnaire in this table into one variable. Right. This following table summarizes the mean rating for the 22 items used to assess student satisfaction with UiTM Puncak Alam campus bus services. It has also been categorized into 5 sections following the SERVQUAL model. Next, this chart shows a highest mean from the survey where the bus driver wait until the bus is fully loaded as the highest mean score of 4.24, followed by the items of shelter provision at bus stop with the mean score of 4.14. Next, safety of a student at the bus stop is ranked in 3 with the mean of 4.06. Other items that score a high mean with over 4 are driver responsiveness and ready to prompt desired stop, onboard temperature is always optimal, and the bus is well maintained with the mean number of 4.04, 4.04 and 4.02 respectively. This shows there is no improvement that has to be made in this area. Instead, the campus bus services need to be maintained in those areas. Next, moving on for the item for the lower mean, this chart has shown that the item for information on the route and schedule of the bus is available to the students as the lowest mean score with a mean number of 2.98. It is the only item that has a mean number below 3. Next, the item for drivers, grid, and welcome student is the second lowest with a mean score of 3.36. Moreover, another 3 items from the reliability section have mean score below 3.50, which includes student is certified with the bus frequency, buses leave the bus stop on the schedule, and buses arrive at the bus stop on the schedule with a mean score of 3.48, 3.38, and 3.30 respectively. Finally, it is also essential to observe that there are 5 items that have more than one standard deviation, which are buses arrive at the bus stop on the schedule with 1.06, information on the route and schedule of the bus is available to the student with 1.27, bus routes are designed optimally, no additional bus stop needed with 1.04, drivers, grid, and welcome student with 1.08, and capacity of bus with 1.16. All the items show a large deviation compared to other items. I think that is all from me. Thank you.
Now, I would like to present about the implication of the research to industry and how industry can benefit from the research. First is, the industry can benefit from the research by examining the campus bus services to ensure students or the users can be more satisfied with the services. For example, because it is the lowest ranked variable, all bus service should give more information to students about the bus route and timetable. Some reasons contribute to students' dissatisfaction with the variables, such as the fact that the majority of students are still unfamiliar with the UiTM Puncak Alam area since every semester a new student arrives. Providing information on bus routes and timetable will assist people in better understanding bus services and planning their time and travel. Next, improve bus punctuality. Can lower the amount of time passengers must wait at bus stops, resulting in greater user benefit. It also increases bus ridership and reduce bus operating costs. It is beneficial to both bus passengers and the bus operators. The benefit to the bus operator comes mostly from cost reduction corrected with bus operation rather than increasing bus passenger. For the next slide, limitation of the research and direction for future research. This will highlight what are the limitations of the research and suggest how future research should address these shortcomings. First is, the research has several limitations, one of which is the small sample size, which is sufficient for a pilot study. The quantitative nature of the study design is the second restriction. A qualitative technique might lead to a more detailed comprehension and awareness of the study objectives. As a result, both technique will be put to the test in the actual research. To increase the complexity of this research, we recommend undertaking a more extended survey to collect more accurate data and a bigger sample size. Building trusting ties between the bus authority and operators may always be beneficial to bus service. The quality of bus service has received less attention. Only a few studies have looked at how contract condition and management method affect bus service quality. As a result, there is a lack of evidence to back up recommendation and requiring more systematic research. The growth of passenger perception of bus service quality may be studied using a variety of methodologies, including discrete choice and the leader-follower framework, especially before and after contracting under various awarding system. This in turn may contribute to the development of a small but rising body of work examining the effects of awarding methods on student satisfaction.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Karul Izzat bin Zahari, and now I will continue the presentation with the chapter 5, which is the conclusion and also the recommendation. In this chapter, we will be discussing the research objectives generally. In the previous chapter, we have listed 3 research objectives that we want to achieve from this study. In addition, we will also be discussing the recommendation that should be done by the UiTM bus operator based on the outcomes and the conclusion in this study. For this research, we have come up with 3 objectives that can help us with this research. The objectives are satisfaction of students using campus bus service, the problem affecting the student mentally and physically, and also to outline the improvement that the campus bus service can do. For the first objective, which is the satisfaction of students using campus bus service, we conducted a survey to analyze the satisfaction of the students toward the campus bus service. In that survey, we ask the student with these 5 components, which are reliability, assurance, tangibility, empathy, and also responsiveness. We want to see if these 5 components affect the student satisfaction to the bus service in UiTM Puncak Alam. Then, we also observe the problem that affects the student mentally and physically. This problem also can come from the bus service. It may come from the satisfaction of the facilities such as the bus stop, the interior of the bus, the way bus drivers greet them, and many more. It is important to make sure the students feel good and safe when using the campus bus. The last one is we outline the improvement the campus bus service can do to make sure the students feel comfortable when using it. After doing this survey, we will try to approach the management of campus bus to address the problem about the bus service that the students had told us about. We also try to give them some solutions regarding the problems. We know what the student want as we are also students. It will be easy to solve the problem and can help the campus bus management to improve their bus service for the better. That's all from me. Thank you.